The Boston court is in turmoil. A code red alert has been issued, which means a major crisis has occurred. Leysha, and Caleb are summoned by the prince. Hopefully it doesn't make us watch that scene again, but it's not the end of the world if it does. It wasn't a super long scene, was it? Okay, so finished scene 1 from the perspective of all of our characters. So, Leysha, and Caleb. And, I think where we're at is that we're about to go to... I feel like I'm still kind of taking in all of the lore and what exactly is going on. But, there was basically the whole thing where the Camarilla is... I don't know if the Camarilla is just in Boston or if it refers to... Anyway, the vampires in Boston are trying to sort out a treaty with the vampires in Hartford, but something is not quite right. Just getting some back support in there, sorry.
What a nightmare.
And we were doing some snooping around, and we're going to a party or something, and we're going to do some snooping around at the party. Yeah, vampire politics. It's very detective, snooping around, court intrigue, very, very good stuff. I'm sorry I can't provide a better update than that, but I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go along, so let's go into it. Okay, yeah, let's just continue. Let's just do that. Ooh, okay, so I can pick which perspective to start with for this scene. That's fun. So, we've got first. After the code red was issued, the Prince of Boston mobilized all her resources to try to understand the situation and assess the extent of the danger. The unification agreement, so between Boston and Hartford vampires, is in danger. Faced with mounting doubt and suspicion from both sides, must meet with Deneb Osborne, who I think is like the leader of the Hartford vampires. They seem to be called the Hartford Chantry, but I'm still not really clear on what a chantry is. And because I'm such a Dragon Age head, I can't not think about the chantry in Dragon Age, which I think is a very different thing. Okay, so MM's going to meet with Deneb Osborne. Caleb, all contact with the individual who issued the alert, the code red alert, has been lost. No idea who that is. I guess we'll find out. Caleb must go to Jason Moore's home to find out what happened and bring Moore back to the prince. I don't remember what exactly the deal is with Jason Moore. There was a lot of talk of... I feel like I found a lot of documents that alluded to the Hartford vampires being interested in thaumaturgy, and I'm not 100% sure what thaumaturgy is, to be honest with you. I should probably Google that before we move on. Yeah, so the Hartford vampires' intentions are unsure, but they're doing some suspicious research. And Leysha. The prince allows Leysha to go to the scene of the party to investigate. Leysha hopes to find her psychiatrist, Richard Dunham, who, I know I'm biased against psychiatrists, but Richard Dunham already seems like a creep, so that's going to be great. And Miley, the prince's child, at the scene. Okay. Well, this is all very spicy. I'm kind of tempted to start with Leysha because I'm very interested in meeting this psychiatrist, but why don't we do a quick Google to find out what thaumaturgy is? Why don't we do that? Thaumaturgy. Well, according to Wikipedia, it's the purported capability of a magician to perform miracles. Okay, that's interesting. We do know from the lore that one of the vampire clans is like a clan of sorcerers. So, something going on there. It's okay, we'll figure it out as we go along. But before we get into it, and I think I'll start with Leysha so that we can meet Richard Dunham, the psychiatrist, and I can inevitably hate on him. A reminder that we have an ongoing fundraiser for MAP, which stands for Medical Aid for Palestinians. I believe that if you type in !BDS in the chat, then you will get information on boycott, divestment, and sanctions, a link to their website, and a link to Decolonize Palestine to learn more about the Palestinian struggle. And if you type in !Palestine, then you will get a link to our fundraiser to donate for medical aid for Palestine. A really, really important organization that does ongoing work supporting Palestinians, particularly in the occupied territories of the West Bank, Gaza, the Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem, helping people access essential medical support, which is really, really difficult to do for a whole host of reasons. I mean, people are under military occupation and constant siege and aren't able to access appropriate medical attention due to blockade, restrictions on freedom of movement, etc. So Medical Aid for Palestinians is a really, really important organization. We're trying to raise £250 by the end of the year, fingers crossed. I think we're almost halfway to that goal at the moment, and we only have a few days to reach it. So if you are able to donate or share the link with your friends, that would be really appreciated as well, because you can donate using that link outside of the stream. That would be much, much appreciated. If we don't meet the goal, that's totally fine. We're going to keep fundraising next year as well, so there will be time to continue to donate. But just a quick shout out for that ongoing fundraiser before we dive in. Let's go. Oh, do I have to press and hold? Yeah, I do. You know, I kind of appreciate that, because as a person who often mistakenly presses the button for something that I didn't actually want to do, it's kind of a nice fail-safe against that, I won't lie. Okay. Alright, so we have this funky dynamic where we spec into character skills and disciplines, and this affects our ability to investigate, and it affects our ability to gauge information from conversations throughout the game. So this is really important, and it places kind of certain restrictions on our different characters. So based on like the last stream, I'm kind of starting to I guess decide how I want these characters to spec. So I'm trying to remember. With Leysha, I think I wanted to lean into psychology, just because I feel like, you know, as a mentally thrilled person myself, I feel like it's a common experience that many of us learn a lot about psychology in order to kind of protect ourselves from, you know, the medical industrial complex, and for various other reasons. So I feel like it just makes sense to me that Leysha would know a bunch about psychology, especially if her whole thing is that she's been on and off institutionalized for her mental distress. So I think I'm going to lean into psychology, and then maybe a bit more of these non-social ones, I guess. Because if the idea is that she's kind of an investigator, does a lot of like skulking around in the shadows and stuff, then I guess the way that I'm like in my head painting her as a character is that like it's not necessarily like skills like persuasion and rhetoric, which I guess are arguably like social skills, but it's like a knowledge of psychology and of like technical skills, like and knowledge. So that's kind of how I'm thinking of her character at the moment. So I think I'm going to pick some of those things. And then what else? Oh yes, I was going down the route of Auspex, which is basically your vampire like sixth sense. Yeah, supernatural perception. Once activated, it heightens your 5 senses and allows you to see possible futures and read your enemies. So she also has like a clairvoyance, is that the word for it? I don't know. she has like a, psychic thing going on, so I thought it would be cool to spec into that. So that's what I'm going to do as well. And I'm kind of making these decisions based on their personality a bit. So, okay, let's look at what we got. Auspex vision reveals premonition. And I think in this scene, I'm going to try and lean into that more, because last time she had a vision, I suppressed it. Okay, let's... Oof, 90 points. That's a lot. Oof. Do I want to spend 90 points on... Do I want to do that yet? Let me up my psychology a bit. Let me do that. Let me... Okay, and let me also... Yeah, maybe I'll save the discipline point for later. I don't want to... Maybe... deduction or education, or mental. Maybe one there, and then... Oh, this is tough. Okay, I'll commit to that. I'm gonna commit to that. And then I definitely don't have enough points left to do more. So let's get into it.
Mom, have you ever been here before?
No, this place is a rental pumpkin. It was just for the party.
Oh. Do you know what happened?
No. That's what we are here to find out. But we have to be very careful. Do you remember our rules for when we go out?
Yes. I become invisible and don't touch anything.
That's a big girl attitude. You can walk around as long as you don't stray too far.
And if there's any sign of trouble, I wait for you outside?
That's it. We make a great team, Sweet Fangs.
Sweet Fangs. That's so cute.
The police are here.
Oh boy.
Shit. That's a bad sign.
I know, Sweet Fangs is so adorable. I just...
No wandering off.
Yes, Mom. I'm a big girl.
Okay then. Where are you, Richard?
Adorable. Okay, what was I gonna say? As a general thing, vampires are super cool, but I'm not, super keen on the idea of eternal life. But if I was, a kid, if I was a vampire kid, Halsey's whole thing is that she's gonna be a kid forever, and but because she's Malkavian, she's also mentally a kid forever. That doesn't seem too bad. I don't think that spending eternity as a vampire kid with my vampire mom sounds too bad, actually. I think that, is that just me? Anyway. Okay, let's do some exploring. How do I sprint again? Okay, yeah, circle button. That's good. Not that I want to tempt fate with police around. So, maybe not time to run all over the place yet. Oh, I can enter the dressing room. That's good. Oh, it's a safe zone. Okay, so this is important because safe zones are places where you can drink people's blood, and you can kind of see that this space is designed for that, because I can sit on the sofa and drink someone's blood if I want to. So that's going to be important to remember, that the dressing room is a safe zone, so I'll try and remember that.
Stop! You can't come through here!
Hi, I live in the building, and I was told to come give a statement.
You need to go down to the precinct to give your statement, ma'am. Only law enforcement is allowed here.
Oh, I hadn't understood that. Thank you.
Have a pleasant evening.
Do I...
There's no way I'm gonna get access if I'm not one of them.
Do I have vampire mesmerizing? Is that a thing that I have? Vampires can do that in most lore that I'm aware of, I think. Okay, obfuscate. Sorry, I just realized something, which is that... So, I started a few minutes late because I got distracted of taking pictures of myself in my makeup, because, as you do. And something that I realized is that I, rings, it's such a gay thing. It's such a good look. It's such an aesthetic. But I'm also a gay person with a really weak bladder, and I need to pee. Sorry if this is TMI, but I need to pee quite a lot. That's just for whatever reason, right? I like to think it's because I'm really well hydrated, and that's a good thing. But what it does mean is that if I decide to wear rings, which again, aesthetic, lets people know I'm gay, I always take them off and then forget about them. Always. You know? I was just like, oh, I swear I had rings on earlier. Well, they're back on now. Pretend that they were always on. And let's continue. Some areas are prohibited if you don't have the right ID, but you can enter them in secret using the Mask of 1,000 Faces. Okay. Mask of 1,000 Faces allows you to copy a character's general appearance. A new appearance may give you access to new zones and dialogue options. However, you may not impersonate a specific character. Once an appearance has been occupied, you must go to a safe zone to put it on. That's interesting. Okay. So I copy...
Great. Now I just need to find a secluded spot.
And then I go into the safe zone. And then I... R1, is it? Yeah.
This should do the trick.
Oh my god. It looks so big.
Sorry, but we got a full house. Officers tripping over each other already.
Only forensics is allowed in the crime scene.
And the feds, of course.
No
The
sweat.
feds, of course.
It was just in case you needed help. I should find a uniform I can use to get in.
A uniform I can use to get in. Okay, like... Whose? Should I go to another floor? In that case? Or what?
We can't let you through.
We've got orders.
We've got orders. Alright, I got it. No one will ever recognize her like that. Yeah, she doesn't look out of place at all. Okay, let's see if I can...
I can't leave
yet.
yet.
I can't leave yet. So who's... What am I doing here? Can I...
We can't let you through.
Okay.
We've got orders.
Should I try my vampire senses? Should I...
This isn't rocket science. Keep it simple.
Helping instead
I'll
of being
update
stuck
the
here.
guys.
Okay.
You're taking over the investigation, and we'll put all the stabbing victims in
Great.
crates and send
Okay,
them
I'm
out
getting
to
the hang of my vampire powers,
Do
for
you
sure.
have any idea what happened? It's gotta be some kind of cult, right?
At
Okay,
the
we're good.
moment, we're more inclined to think it's a terrorist organization.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of my vampire powers. Oh shit.
Richard.
It does
He
look a
sensed
little
me.
silly, the run
He's
animation.
here. But something's wrong.
Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Okay, this is better. This fits. I'm not exactly gonna say that a cop uniform is a sleigh, because it's not. But, hello.
Good evening, officer.
Gentlemen. All these bodies.
Okay.
What the hell happened? Body bags. What could that mean?
Gee, I wonder what body bags could mean. Let's try vampire senses. Nah, nothing? Okay, that's fine.
Body bags. What could that mean?
Leysha. There's quite a few bodies, though, it has to be said. Oh no, not black and white photography. I'm too traumatized from
Casings everywhere. All of them large caliber.
you know which game. Okay, what does the triangle mean? I think that means that I can mesmerize him and drink his blood.
Sorry, but I'm busy.
Okay. Sir. So rude. Let's see if the woman will talk to me.
I just got here. Can you fill me in?
I've never seen anything like it. It's a real bloodbath in there.
Do we know what happened?
Captain Paulson thinks it looks like some kind of goddamn cult. But I've heard the feds talking about terrorists.
Sorry. I'm sitting extremely close to my table, so sorry if you can hear all the racket. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say that the silly little voice that she's doing is very funny. I just got here. The feds are here, terrorists, what are all these bodies? Okay, well, 100% success, let's do it. The feds are here?
The feds are here already?
They showed up the minute we got here. We didn't even get a chance to
We're
see
in
everything.
Boston.
How'd they get here so fast?
They know who did it, obviously.
Terrorists?
Do you really think it's terrorists?
It's weird, but hey, it could be. There are guys who are burned to a crisp, dismembered, beaten to a pulp. With those guys, you can expect anything these days.
What do you mean with those guys? Like, what do people even mean when they say terrorist? Like, half the time. You know what I mean? I don't know. Where are all these bodies?
What do we know about all these bodies?
Those are the ones we can take down already. The ones that were stabbed in the chest need to be put in crates and moved to the balcony. The feds will process them. We are not allowed to touch them.
Stabbed how?
Looks like some kind of sacrifice. They all got stabbed in the heart, it looks like. But if you want to make yourself useful, go see Paulson.
Where is he?
You just missed him. He just went into the living room.
Okay, interesting. So maybe that implies sorcery rather than just vampires having a good time and having a feast.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna take a look around.
Because we do know that there's a clan of vampire sorcerers. Let's double check what they were called. I think that it was the Tremere. Yeah, the Tremere are warlocks. That's right. Okay, so this guy, I can drink his blood, but I'm trying to remember the tutorial from last time, and if there's other people around, it's gonna look suspicious. So I don't think that I could drink his blood right now. But I've got 4 hunger, so I need to start thinking about drinking someone's blood soon. Cross. I'm the police, so I can cross the police line.
Ugh! There's so much blood.
Shit. +2 beastly urges.
I sense you're losing control.
It's all this blood. I need to focus.
Mom, are you feeling all right?
Yes. Don't worry about me, Pumpkin.
Mom, please?
Oh. Confrontation. In a confrontation, you must fight to convince the other person. The result of a confrontation has an impact on how the story will play out. Shit. A confrontation has a certain number of stages. The number depends on the goal of the confrontation. Each stage ends with either a win or a miss. There's a maximum number of misses allowed for each confrontation. If you exceed this number, you lose the confrontation. God damn it.
I'm
this is
going
timed.
Thick. All this blood, it feels so
No miss
strong.
allowed. Great.
Crap. She feels as bad as I do.
I want to leave, Mom. I'm scared.
Okay, well, I think it's a sack of shit that there's nothing to be afraid of. So I think... Oh man. I'm gonna use up some of my focus on trying to say I'm not feeling so sure of myself either, which I also think is good parenting, by the way. Like, to be like, your feelings are valid and you're not the only person who's feeling them. So, do I want to... No, I don't want to do that. Shit. Ugh. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just fingers crossed for it. Shit. Ah, yes.
I don't like it either, Sugarfangs. But your mother has a job to do. You understand?
Okay. Final stage. To win a competition, you must make it to the final stage and win. In case of a miss during the final stage, the stage is repeated until the competition is won or lost.
If you're scared too, then why don't we just leave?
Because Hazel asked me to do this.
I like Hazel. She lets me come with you. But there are too many people here. And they're all torn and broken.
We have no choice.
Can't you feel all that blood everywhere? Are we going to be hungry like this the whole time?
We'll figure something out. Say, I was thinking, we haven't played a game together in ages.
I know. I miss our games.
God damn
Why
it.
don't you think up a riddle for Mom to solve?
Why is that a loss?
Okay.
I think that went fine.
Hunger like that? Not now. Not here.
Why? They're telling me that I lost because I was trying to be a good a good mom and validate my daughter's feelings. Whatever. Okay. Ooh, that is a lot of blood though. That, I mean, now that we're really paying attention to it, this is a lot of blood. Let's have a look-see. What do we got here?
A vessel with more holes in him than a junkie.
Okay.
We're off to a good start.
You didn't say it like that, did you?
Blood. Kinds were killed here.
Huh. It's like the image is of a cracked screen, but the screen itself isn't cracked. It's interesting.
I won't be sad when we're through with this.
Okay, I think I should wait and not try and drink from that guy yet. Wait, do I have vampire senses? Let's just double check that there's not anything in here that... Oh? No, that was the same from before. Okay, let's go on then. Another officer. Okay, yeah, this is a...
There are casings everywhere. And they're all large caliber.
Ooh! Hydrate has been redeemed. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate. Okay, my lipstick's holding up quite well, actually. So, I was doing that thing where I was like, I definitely need a drink of water, but I'm worried about ruining my lipstick. It is your fault that this is a stinky stream, Dean. It's consistently your fault that this is a stinky stream. The stream now stinks of massacre and of Dean. Anyway, hi, how are you? How are you doing, Dean?
There are casings
How was your
everywhere.
Christmas if you
And
celebrate
they're all
Christmas?
large caliber.
Look, Mom. Do you see all those big holes?
Yes. Given the number of impacts, there must have been a lot of people taking shots.
It's a good thing holes can't hurt us, huh?
Yes. It's a very good thing, Pumpkin. The people who did this wanted to make sure there would be no survivors. That much is clear.
Oh, there she is. I was like, am I telepathically communicating with my daughter right now? I got a cold from my mom and I heard to swallow, but it seems to be going pretty quickly. I'm sorry, that sucks. I definitely feel like there's been a lot of illness going around at the moment. Oh, am I invisible right now? Do I need to be invisible right now? Ooh, okay. Observe blood.
Donors were killed here. And not just one.
What are donors exactly? Yeah, okay. So, a lot of shooting, a lot of massacring, people drinking a ridiculous amount of blood to the point of killing their vessels.
A glass of wine with traces of cherry-flavored lip gloss.
Ooh. Cherry flavored? How do you know? Did you just lick it? My hunger is getting pretty bad as well, so I'm probably gonna have to do something about that soon, aren't I? Oh, there's a lot of police officers here.
This doesn't look like the MO for our surgical strikes.
I'm just gonna, see if I can drink this guy's blood and see what happens if I do that. And
follow me. It will take a minute.
Right away.
Okay. Oh, what's happening? Oh dear. Suck, suck, suck. I thought I was gonna take him to a safe room. Okay, for you, would not have been good if I killed him. I'm sure Sara feels very morally conflicted over draining the officer's blood. I mean, I don't at all, just to be clear about that. Oh, okay, so it took me to the safe room already. That's good. So, it would have been a bad look for me if he had died, but he's fine. So, it's whatever. Let's go. See, my hunger is sated. We're all good. Everything's going just fine. I'm not nervous about any of this at all. Okay, let's go back in here.
They must have emptied their magazines. Why don't you ask the captain?
Well, I didn't even say anything to you.
A reinforced container that locks from the outside. Not commonly used to store mortal bodies.
Oh, there's another cup that I can drink from later if I need it. That's good. That's good. Okay, so...
There are casings everywhere. And they're all large caliber.
Okay, yeah, so it looks like shotguns, right? Like the holes and the casings. So they're... Yeah, and obviously, whatever happened, I don't know if it was necessarily premeditated, because this is a fucking mess.
Alright, guys. Listen up. The feds are taking over the investigation.
He's fine, he was like
So
one bar
don't
from
touch
death.
a
But
thing.
he's alive,
Put all
so...
the stiffs with stakes through their hearts.
He is
out
fine.
On the balcony. They'll take care of them. Alright, go. You know what you have to do.
Shit. I have to find Richard and fast.
Clearly I'm a bit sniffly as well.
Feds are handling this case. They have more resources to solve it.
Yeah, and the means to analyze.
Okay, well, I don't really know where to look for Richard, so...
There's a note.
My dearest Edward, I've been busy lately, as you know, but tonight I'm going to have some time for us. To thank you for being so patient, I organised a little surprise for us with Himiko. I know we haven't been able to get together for a long time, but as you know, the negotiations for this historic reunification were extremely complicated, and we needed time to come to a compromise that both sides could agree on. If you can look past my absence, I'd like to invite you to join me at midnight in the East Room. A friend will meet us there. You probably don't know her, but since you're so fond of bondage, I'm sure you'll appreciate her unique talents. Yara.
I wonder what surprise Jara had in store for him.
Sorry, everyone's calling her Jara. Which, I guess if that's her name, but... Oh. Okay, I don't have enough deduction points for this. Shoot. But at least I can study the wound. No? Examine.
Jeez. Talk about overkill. Judging by what's left, that used to be a vessel. Torn to shreds by bullets.
Quite a few dead vessels. Which is not what they would want, right? That locks from the outside. Yeah, that's how boxes tend to lock. True. That is true. be pretty impressive if someone somehow managed to lock a box from the inside. I don't really know how one does that.
There's a lot of evidence to process, that's for sure.
LR3. There was a container here earlier.
Okay.
Dust. No. Smells like burnt leather. Ashes.
Right, I keep forgetting I can't talk to these people because I'm invisible.
There's been wine in this glass. And there's a trace of lipstick.
Okay, I mean the lipstick and...
Cherry lip gloss. Yuck.
The lip gloss is not particularly
Same
suspicious.
scent as on the gloss in the lounge.
Because that's just what vampires do, right? Just wear red lipstick. That's the whole thing, right? I was gonna go shopping for some like ooh, I can track the cherry lip gloss. I was gonna go shopping for some like purple or black lipstick yesterday, but I did not want to go outside and go shopping in Boxing Day rush, so I just made do with what I have, which is basically that I used black eyeshadow to line my lips and then blend it together with some red, some light red to get what we have. Alright. I'm so glad I spec'd into Auspex. I feel like I got the right idea for Leysha. Okay, yeah, so she... Well, I'm assuming it's she, because... No reason, really, because I'm making a gendered assumption.
So?
Nothing. A photocopier and some office supplies.
No corpses anywhere?
No.
It's the only room without a body. But it sure smells like death in here.
Yeah. Makes our morgue smell like a flower shop.
Pierce obfuscate.
An illusion to conceal the door.
Why would somebody do that, Mom?
Wow. What the hell happened here? There's been blood in this glass. I never understood wasting vessels like that. A donor, shot full of lead. She's wearing a Red Salon vessel's uniform. I remember now.
So what's the difference between a donor and a vessel exactly? Okay, we're studying eyes.
It's the effects of the drugs that Richard gives them to enhance their flavor. Retracted pupils, even though she's dead.
Taste blood. Alright, why not?
Even dead, I feel a righteous rage. Only Richard's work on donors makes that possible. She's been completely drained. That sounds like Richard. Preparing vessels with injections?
Okay, well, it seems like they're setting the psychiatrist up to be the baddie, so slay. That interaction's gonna be fun, huh? I don't need to be invisible here, do I? Because no one's in here. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Help me. Mom? Is somebody there?
Stay where you are, honey.
Leysha, help me.
That's Richard's servant. Natasha, keep your voice down. There are still people here. Shit. You don't look so good.
Damn, okay, what happened to you?
What did they do to you?
We hid in here. I was with a vessel that Richard had prepared for the evening. Carmen. I was able to conceal the door behind us, but it was too late for Carmen. We were followed. But I got that son of a bitch.
Who... It looks like they're in a uniform. So... interesting. Vessels are just everything containing blood vampires can feed on. Not come across donors before, but I assume the ones in uniform are donors because they willingly give blood. Yeah, that makes sense, especially because they were saying that they're donors from the Red Salon, which is that place that we were in before. That was like a bar, and there were vessels there that like volunteered, so it makes sense. What did she tell you about the party?
Did you see what went down here?
I was in the living room. There was a wall of fire on the balcony.
With flamethrowers from the roof.
They blew out all the walls. It came from all sides. They know who we are. They were shouting out numbers. Checking off a list.
Were they looking for us?
Yes, they were. They know how to identify us.
Okay. This is adding up. Remember, Dean, last time you said that likely the reason for the code red was like a threat to the Masquerade. I'm pretty sure it was you that said that. Like, this seems like a pretty severe situation of the Masquerade is under threat if someone has managed to identify a group of vampires and coordinate an attack on them. Damn, it's the feds. For
Miley,
real though.
Have you seen her?
She was... yeah. Went out to smoke. I...
Take it slowly.
Did you see Richard?
Do you know where Richard was?
In a big bedroom.
Listen, the police and the feds are still here. Just hang in there until they leave and...
Too late. It's too late.
Was Natasha a human or a vampire?
Richard will be proud of you.
I don't care what Richard thinks.
Yes, Pumpkin. It's all right. Oh, it's worse than I thought. But Hazel will be able to get us out of here.
Right, that makes sense. She was a vampire. She said she hid the door behind them, so therefore she had vampire powers. Convenient timing to die, huh? Yeah. Thanks, Natasha. So rude of you. Okay. Can I not sneak a peek at that book? No? Not important? Okay, fine. Fine. Okay. What's that? Consumable Polaroid photo. What are these? Leysha's embroidered handkerchief. Leysha remembers very little about her past except for Halsey. She has no memories except for this handkerchief that appears to have belonged to her mother. Chance of success of skills plus 35% in the event of a tie. The risk of opponent focus is reduced by 50%. Nice. So I should have equipped that earlier. I didn't realize I had it. Nostalgia, recovering memories and images of her lost past is ultimately what drives Leysha. Restores 5 willpower. Okay. Eliminates 6 hunger plus 1 obfuscate point for the current scene. Suspicion increases by 4 points. Oh, okay. Interesting. Pouch of treated blood. Gotcha. Dr. Dunham's floppy disk. And Jara Drury's notebook. Oh, I didn't realize you had to go in here to use the floppy disk, because I tried to use the floppy disk in the last scene, but I couldn't do that. I'm just gonna catch up real quick on the codex. see if there's anything important here. So, sire is the creator of another vampire. The sire begets a child. A vampire speaking of their sire is referring to the one that created them. Yeah, that's standard. A vampire created through the embrace the child is the progeny of their sire. The term is often used derogatorily, indicating inexperience. Generation, what does that mean? The number of steps between a vampire and the mythical Cain, how far descended from the first a given vampire is. A sire is 1 generation lower than their child, an 11th generation kindred sire is a 12th generation vampire. Oh, interesting. All vampires gain their unholy prowess from the blood, but not all blood is equal. The closer a vampire is to their mythic progenitor Cain, the greater the potential of their vitae. A vampire's generation does not necessarily indicate their age. An elder might have sired a vampire of the 10th generation when Columbus sailed. A Methuselah could have begotten a vampire of the 6th generation last year. That's interesting, because I was noticing that when we have all of these character profiles, it says what generation they are. So that's good to know. Okay. I also don't get what killed her. Vampires can't die from bullets. So, I don't know. Is it vampires or is it werewolves that silver bullets is a thing? Halsey's hand is going through the couch. Love that for her. Did I look at this glass?
A glass that had blood in it.
Okay, so what are my objectives now? Find Miley and find Dr. Richard Dunham.
Now, what are you up to, Sugarfangs?
Oh no! You found my hiding place!
Good job.
That's typically werewolves. Yeah, you're right.
Look around.
I remember reading something in the Codex last time about vampire deaths, but I don't remember what it said. Read label.
SAD. They even gave themselves a name.
In the US, many of the operations of the coalition between intelligence services and the Vatican are conducted by the Special Affairs Division, a covert department of the FBI. You were right, it is the feds. Originally created to battle organized crime with ties to vampires, as well as supposed occult power within leftist youth movements. Amazing. The organization was resurrected in the early 21st century. So it's literally like the feds, but like anti-vampire feds. Anti-left-wing vampire feds. Amazing.
He's dead.
They're Catholic. The feds and they're Catholic.
He's gotta be one of the men who hit us.
Yep, that is indeed what is going on here.
He's dead. With gear like that, he's gotta be one of the men who hit us.
Yeah. Okay. Right. But he's the only one left behind, it seems like. Yeah, I can double check in a bit, but I remember that last stream, I feel like I remember reading something.
That sounds like Richard.
About
preparing vessels with injections.
How vampires can die in this game. But also, I started replaying Vampire yesterday, so I might be getting confused about the vampire lore from that. So, yeah.
A reinforced container?
Yes,
that locks
a
from
very,
the outside.
very helpful
Not commonly used to store mortal
that we've been
bodies.
over already, Leysha. Okay, so there was someone here that I could drink. I could really do with a drink right now. So maybe I should uninvisible. Oh, I am uninvisible. It's fine. I just can't drink this guy for some reason.
Hey, Central Dispatch sent me over to help.
Captain Paulson. But you can call me Chief.
Sure thing, Chief.
Right. You heard the orders? Everything we find at the scene needs to be shown to the feds.
Got it, Chief.
And the balcony is off limits.
96% success, that seems promising. You seem annoyed. Nice.
But you don't seem too thrilled about that?
Am I wrong?
Is it so obvious, officer? It's the first time in my entire career, and 30 years is a long time, that I feel like we're babysitting a crime scene.
Babysitting?
We've been ordered to secure the premises, lend our experts, and not ask any questions.
Why can't we go out on the balcony?
But why can't we go outside?
The feds got here first. It's their rodeo. They secured that area to store whatever they decide to collect.
It's because they're covering up for the Catholic feds. The feds got here first.
To get here that fast, they must have known.
What they'd find. Exactly. Good point, officer. Usually, they show up after us if it's a new case, right? Because we're the ones who call them.
But that wasn't the case this time.
Not at all. They even seemed annoyed to see us show up. But then they must have thought it's nice to have help processing the scene and collecting evidence.
Oh, all right. So, what do we know so far?
Lots of Vicks. It has all the makings of a drug deal gone bad.
He's not buying it. But you have your doubts?
I do. There's too many things that don't add up.
Like what, Chief?
Bodies in accelerated decomposition. Even some skeletal remains.
Shit. Kindred were destroyed.
Final death. Okay. Though no longer mortals, vampires still face the possibility of final death. A vampire who dies once again is said to have suffered the final death. In addition to fire, sunlight, and decapitation, vampire flesh, here it is, cannot withstand endless traumatic force. Enough bullets can drive them into torpor, and then once they're in torpor, the vampire can become a helpless target for their foes. So I guess that's still kind of maybe a plot hole because of how Natasha died in that moment. But
my hunch is that the feds are investigating a cult. But it's none of our business.
Thanks for walking me through it, Chief.
Secret Catholic feds.
You report it to them if you find anything suspicious. Okay? I don't need their kind of trouble.
I think it's an interesting question ethically, to be honest. Vampires are attempting to run society from behind the scenes and have no real regard for human life and are incredibly dangerous. But what is the acceptable response from human authorities? Well, it's complicated because you raise an interesting and I think important critique about the idea of vampires trying to run human society from behind the scenes and having no regard for human life. I think that that's an interesting and important ethical quandary, and I think part of the reason for that as well should be seen in kind of the historical and literary association, mythical association of vampires with whiteness and with aristocracy. So I think that there's a lot to delve into there that's really important. Because on the one hand, we have these associations of vampires with queerness, sexual fluidity, and gender deviance, which is why a lot of gay people really like vampires, but often the kind of more pernicious racial and class discourse that is relevant to vampires is not really confronted enough, really. Because on one hand, in modern culture, it's sort of a reclamation, right? Because part of the reason why vampires were associated with sexual and gender deviance and fluidity is because they were seen as evil, monstrous creatures, and so kind of the way that many queer people now feel very
I'm the one who's got to start collecting it all.
Kind of connected and enamored with the idea of vampires is very much that. And I say that as someone who clearly myself is very into vampires in that way.
Broken such a solid symbol.
But yeah, so those are some of the interesting questions that arise from that, and I think that definitely arise from the specific lore in this game. You could also definitely delve into the disability politics of this game in a big way. But because of the the nature of what vampires are, I think that there's always going to be there's always going to inherently be a dynamic that has something to do with blood and the purity of blood and the purity of bloodlines, which is always going to have like a racial discourse in it, a borderline kind of eugenicist discourse in it to be explored. And I think that this game, the way that this comes up in this game based on what we've seen and the lore that we've read, is already really interesting. But when we're talking about what is the appropriate or acceptable response from human authorities, then at the same time as I've said all of those things, I'm also, as you guys know, very much anti-police. So when we think about what is the acceptable response from human authorities, that for me is not how I would frame the question in the first place, because human authorities in the first place are something that I don't agree with. So there's something interesting with vampires in the way that they both disturb and uphold hierarchies and systems of power that exist in the human world or that play off the real world. But when we bring the police into this, the way that we're bringing the police into it now, like, I'm never going to be on the police's side either, because fuck the police. So I understand what you're getting at with that question, and I know I've been talking for a while now, but I hope that this is helpful. I'd feel like I wouldn't frame the question in that way, because the idea of human authority or legitimate authority, like political authority, through the police or like the political systems that be, is not something that I agree with or believe in. So I think that we would have to kind of reframe the question in its in that way. Some vampires are high in humanity and conscious, but that's rare and tends to decline over time. I mean, I think that is maybe kind of a broad stroke that I don't know if you could necessarily paint all vampires with, because of how I think that that's very different depending on the lore in the universe, and I'm not sure that that's a generalization that I would make, because then it also kind of brings up the question of how we're defining humanity and conscience. But I think the way that that's dealt with in different vampire worlds and universes is very, very different. But those are really, really interesting questions, so thank you for bringing them up, Dean. Was that Dean? Yeah, it was Dean. Okay, so I'm still looking for Richard and Miley. I really have no idea how to do that, but we'll figure it out, I suppose.
I've never seen anything like it.
I'm a good girl.
Yes, you are. Okay, this looks like a different
assets are allowed in this area. Sorry.
area.
So there's just these three left to bring down?
At this security level, yes, Agent Olsen.
Do you know how much time we got left to get this done?
I've got no idea.
I see. And the missing Delta?
No, we still haven't found him.
Only federal operatives and their assets are
Okay,
allowed in
I
this
really
area.
need to drink
Sorry.
someone's blood right now, so... Okay.
There's been wine in this glass.
Yeah, I already know.
And there's a trace of lipstick. Cherry lip gloss. Yuck.
Only federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this area. Sorry.
Only federal operatives. Do I need to disguise myself
Only
as a
federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this
fed
area.
now?
Sorry.
Is that something I can do? How do I disguise myself as a fed? That's the real question here.
Let's try another one.
We'll be here all night.
Trying to... Is my hunger part of the reason for that? Did I come in here before?
How long are we gonna guard this door?
Yeah, this is the way I came. And I went through there, and then... obviously through here. Okay, here's a safe zone. So that might put me in a situation where I can drink someone's blood. And I've just taken a lockpicking tool. Nice. Okay, so hopefully I can have a little sip because I really, really need a drink right now. I just really need a drink right now, you know? Perfect.
Follow me. It will take a minute.
Of course.
Damn, vampires in this game get hungry quick. Yeah. This little cutscene is great. Oh shit. Oh shit. I fucked it. Fucked it, guys. I only got like 1 point. I'm gonna have to drink again. I was approaching it specifically from the perspective of VTM tabletop, where humanity is a metric / mechanic. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I can't... Well, I guess at least I gained a talent. But I'm gonna have to drink again. God damn it. The Camarilla vampires have humanity scores that keep them from the beast. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So thank you for...
How long has it been since we've had a case
Well, I'm gonna have to drink from you, buddy. Oh, I guess I can't yet. Damn it!
Only federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this area. Sorry. Only federal operatives and
Okay,
their
I
assets
get
are
it,
allowed in
Officer
this area.
Thompson.
Sorry.
Jeez. Can I not, you know, just take a quick little look-see? Can I not do that? Oh. Okay, I already read that before. Okay, well, you know how it is. If I really, really can't figure it out, then I'll just,
There's even blood in the glasses.
look up a walkthrough.
Sorry, but I'm busy.
Y'all are so rude.
Sorry, only forensics can go in there.
Okay. Show us a cat. Oh, okay. I'll, definitely do that in just a second. Oh.
What's going on? I can sense your hunger. What's going on?
Shit! It's starting again.
Mom, are you okay? Do you feel weird too?
We've already had that talk, Halsey, my love. Don't look at it. So, have you come up with another riddle for me?
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
I've got one.
I'm listening. It's not too hard, is it?
No. Riddle me this. I fear the sun more than anything, and the mortals have been fighting me since forever. If they catch me, they keep me in a box. Who am I?
Dominate. You do know that Mother already gave you the answer. Okay, let's just do it. Ah, fuck.
Mom already found that one.
And gave you the right answer.
That's not how you play Riddle Me This. You have to figure it out by yourself. Too bad, because it was an easy one. It's the cold.
Oh, of course. Silly me.
It's the cold. It's kept in the fridge, and the vessels don't like it. That's a pretty good one.
Well, I'm doing really great at this confrontation thing.
You were
against
so right.
a literal child.
I was way off. Halsey scores 1 more point.
And 0 for Mom.
But I haven't said my last word. I'm not giving up.
Are you feeling funny too? Are you hungry?
I'm almost done, okay? Let's just keep playing.
It's so fucking fun. I haven't used Dominate before.
It's just
and I didn't realize how, like, it would do the whole, like, white eyes and, like, eldritch horror voice thing. And I think it's so funny that she used that to win a riddle contest with her daughter. And the kid was just like, "Oh, Mom, that's not how you play the game." That's so good. That is so funny. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take a quick pee break anyway, but before I do, let's show you a cat. Let's grab a little kitty cat. Oh, she's on my bed and she's not going to be happy to be disturbed. She looks very sleepy. Hi, Chickpea. Oh, who's your little chickums? Who's your little chickums? It's a little Chickpea. I think I should get her a vampire outfit. I think that would be super, super cute, don't you, Chickpea? I think you would look adorable in, like... I'm trying to picture it. I'm trying to picture... Like, you already have the fangs, right? You already have little vampire fangs. She's got little vampire fangs. She is pissed off. You're so annoyed, aren't you? I'll put you down in a minute, don't worry. A cape? A little cape? Can you imagine her in a little cape? A little vampire cape? Chickpea. Ugh. Ow. Oh, you're annoyed, aren't you? Okay, we'll put you down now. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your service. Next time I'll get her a little vampire outfit for this. Good girl. Alright. This is a fancy ass bathroom. Let's see what we got here.
Somebody spilled wine on this bag.
I don't see the wine. Is that meant to be spilled wine? Fair enough. Okay, what do we got?
Miley was supposed to speak. Or rather, flatter Hazel.
Dear elders, dearest guests, we are gathered here today to celebrate a day that will go down in history, the day of our union. One day, Hazel told me, Miley, soon I will unite Boston and Hartford, and together we will make the Camarilla more powerful than it has ever been. I believed in her, you believed in her, and we were right. We dreamed about this, and she made it happen. On behalf of everyone here, thank you, my prince. Now, I'd like to get to our guest of honor, Deneb Osborne from the Hartford Chantry, and say a few words.
Lavender soap.
Love lavender soap. Again, think that the mirror-related lore is interesting. Okay, so we've already looked at the bag, really, haven't we? Is this a safe room? Ooh, okay. Deduce origin of scent.
Someone must have tried to mop up a stain with it. Huh. A cotton towel. That smells like lavender soap and wine.
Right. So, presumably someone tried to wipe off the wine stain with that. Okay, my hunger's getting a little bit ridiculous, so I'm gonna have to...
They could use it as an excuse to add a door.
I'm gonna have to do something about that. Can I... Okay, wish me luck. Wish me luck. Hopefully I don't fuck up this time.
Come with me over there.
All right.
All right. Whew, I keep getting stressed. I'm gonna murder them. Phew, okay, that was a good run. That was a good go. 6 points. That's good. That's good stuff. Alright. What is this about? Is the triangle important? Is it significant?
Can someone come and bag a briefcase in the kitchen?
A briefcase? She out of luck.
Okay, I can hear Chickpea meowing. But she's not clawing at the door yet. I might go and check on her in a minute. I put the earphone in, and for a second I thought the music was remixed meowing. Read note.
Don't break anything. The owner's gonna be thrilled.
Funky little fridge. What the fuck? It's got like a computer in it. Look at this sink as well. Holy shit.
It's too high. I can't reach them.
I'm sure it was a question of cost.
She's so tiny. My tiny little sweet fangs. What's going on in here?
A briefcase.
What is it?
It's a small suitcase. We put important papers in, Pumpkin.
Oh, whoops.
There's a name engraved on it. Moore. That rings a bell.
J. Moore is important because I don't remember exactly why, but we're gonna talk to him in Caleb's version of this Caleb scene.
One handcuff is still attached.
Okay. Spicy. Cloak of concealment. Hack! Haha! Hacker voice. I'm in.
Let's see what's in it.
What do we got?
Supplier invoices, client files, all in Beryl Underwood's name.
Oh, Beryl, what have you been up to? Some items and documents are a threat to the Masquerade if they are left in enemy hands. Make sure you recover them or destroy them, otherwise the suspicion level will increase.
Better not leave that here. Otherwise they'll trace it back to us.
Okay, well, lucky that I love hoarding things.
What do we have here?
Tons of evidence. Do you know if the team from Forensics LPU has shown up yet?
No, I don't.
I need them to process the briefcase I found. And the invoice that was with it.
An invoice?
Yeah, for some glass tubes. Addressed to some warehouse over on Sellers Street.
Shit. There's a red salon in that district.
We've got to hand it all over to the feds. I can do it if...
I already gave them the address. They'll probably send a team to investigate when they're done here.
I've got to warn Hazel.
Aha. Okay, so I just gotta get to the safe zone and,
The wall was literally blown apart.
Change into a forensics expert. This is really fun, by the way. Like, I'm really enjoying this, this gameplay. Like, in terms of it being, like, investigative. Look at her little run.
There's so much. Come on, our hands on deck can't hurt.
Oh boy.
What's happening? What's happening to you?
Mom.
Yes?
Come on, please.
Oh, I feel really bad. I do feel kind of bad for making her stick around when she's uncomfortable. Okay.
Sorry, I haven't finished bagging this sample.
Okay, well at least you're being polite about it, unlike some of those cops who are being real jerks.
We're done with the photos. Now we need to collect samples.
Well, these people are a lot nicer.
Please don't touch anything.
For the most part. Okay.
Where are you taking me, Pumpkin?
I told you I'd be a big girl, but it's really hard. I really don't feel good. Not even a tiny bit. It's all this blood.
Me either, Pumpkin. It's not easy. Let's take a little time out then. Weren't you supposed to be coming up with a riddle for me?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Okay, but it's the last one, alright?
Cross my heart, Pumpkin.
So, riddle me this. If the child of Hazel Iverson is the sire of my child, who am I to Hazel Iverson?
What?
Could you repeat that, please?
If the child of Hazel Iverson is the sire of my child, who am I to Hazel Iverson?
If the child of Hazel Iverson is the sire of my child, what, then I'm Hazel Iverson's child? Is that... I think I know. You have a blood bond. I don't know what a blood bond is, but I'm gonna go with that.
If you embrace Hazel Iverson's child, you'd create a blood bond with that kindred and...
But Mom, you know you can't embrace a kindred. If you could, then you'd have lots of sires.
That's right. Your riddles are tough, Pumpkin. Now tell me already.
Easy peasy. The sire of my child can only be me.
Of course. I get it now.
And so, if Hazel Iverson is my sire, then I am her child.
That's what I thought.
I'm all out of ideas, Mom. There's too much blood everywhere.
Yes, I know.
And
oh no,
also,
I fucked this up.
I mean, Mom, I don't want to see Richard.
You can stay outside if you want. I'll hurry up.
I guess.
We've got to hang in there. I don't want to disappoint Hazel.
Oh, I feel really bad. But I love that I've consistently lost every single confrontation with Hazel. And I guess that this whole calm your beast thing must be related to what you were talking about, Dean. The beast. Every vampire possesses the beast, a force within that pushes them to serve their baser instincts. They are urges of violence and perversion that are constantly threatening to turn the vampire into a ravenous monster completely devoid of reason. This is a real danger for the Masquerade. Blood bond. Anyone who drinks the fresh blood of a vampire becomes progressively more attached to their donor until finally, after 3 drinks or more, the bond reduces them to servile lackeys when in the donor's presence. Wait, so that drinks the blood of a vampire. Okay, so the vampire is the donor. in this situation. Maybe not always. Vampires call the one bonded the thrall, and term the source of the bond the regnant. When under a completed blood bond, the thrall experiences a sense of loyalty, sometimes even infatuation towards their regnant. They attempt to please their master, becoming wary and eventually even terrified of angering them. Okay. Interesting. A vessel or a donor. Okay. A source of blood for sustenance or pleasure, primarily mortal. Gotcha. Okay.
Come on. I have to find Richard.
Hey there. Perfect timing. You the explosives expert I called in for?
I couldn't hear her then. I don't know if y'all could, but that might have been a glitch. Oh dear. I don't know. What should I pick? I'm looking for details on blood spatter.
Blood spatter expert, huh? Well, you've come to just the right crime scene. Let me brief you on the zone we're clearing now. We've got a stiff in the room on the right. Looks like he died from blunt force trauma. Anyway, we've got orders to pack them up as is for the feds. Don't bother with the report. They're taking care of everything.
Right then.
In the room on the left, there's a corpse we need to analyze. But I'm warning you, it's a real mess. The people who did this are crazy.
It's all priority, just check the boxes.
I'll get started immediately. That must have been a glitch, because I couldn't hear her voice. Oh boy.
Finally, the cavalry. Thanks for coming.
It's a good turn if I can take a look around here alone to myself.
Okay. Very Midsommar. Very... horror
There
moment.
should be a body here. There's a coat on the ground.
Identify liquid.
It must have been screwed onto an injection gun. And the fibrogen. That's an improved coagulant. I've heard that if it's used on one of our kind, it can keep us from regenerating.
Oh.
Or even using our powers. A real nasty concoction.
That might go some way to explaining Natasha's death.
A vial of some sort of chemical. Fibrinogenodine BB. Sunrise Group, London. That vial must have been screwed onto something.
Very interesting. Okay, well, let's look at this body.
That's a knife wound. Huh. Bringing a knife to a gunfight?
I think we've got a couple of fingers lost there. Oh, I just remembered that note that we read earlier as well about bondage.
They took him for dead. He's barely breathing.
Oh, he's alive?
This one's missing fingers.
Is he alive? If he's alive, can we bring him down?
Not a room was spared.
There's definitely like a almost religious imagery vibe to this, potentially. Yeah.
Some sort of whip. With blood on it.
Okay, yeah. So we did read that note before about bondage.
Wet clothes.
So something fishy happened with that. Okay. Oh, fun.
Torn off. Oh, Jara could have done that.
Is that a torn off arm? Yeah.
Looks like someone's missing an arm. It's the code for a body they must have picked up.
I feel like they're gonna want me to remember these codes later, and I'm not gonna be able to remember these codes. I really hope that they don't make me remember them. Have you learned anything?
I'm just getting started. Well, actually, it has been an hour already. There's just so much evidence to collect.
You look tired. Oh, come on. Yes. You look like you've had better days.
It's not like this is my first crime scene, you know? But none of this adds up. It's the kind of case you take home with you.
What do you mean?
Go figure. What's with all these bodies in various states of decay? This shit is gonna give me nightmares you can't wake up from. And the feds are telling us not to ask any questions.
What the feds discovered? You have any idea why?
Never met a talkative fed. And they graphed them poker faces at Quantico. But I can tell you one thing. They got here fast. Quicker than the blowflies. They took one look at the carnage and acted like it was just another day at the office.
Alright, why don't I bag this room?
Examine the spatter trajectories. Get us enough data to calculate spray velocity. We'll need it. I'll keep collecting samples of blood and body fluids.
Alright. Oh, that's Chickpea scratching at the door. Let me just let her in. Good, Chickpea? Good? She's staring into the distance. Relatable queen. Just having a little dissociation as a treat. Okay. Alright. So. Oh, that sink is smashed up real bad. Well, I guess maybe I understand why everyone seems to have two sinks now.
What's going on here?
More gunshots.
It's the reference of the container that was here.
Okay, I can't really see anything else in here, so... Let's try my vampire senses. Oh. Can I... No? Nothing back there. Okay, well... Let's try this room.
Shit. Richard.
No. I mean, I don't really care, but I kind of wanted to meet him and see what that would be like. With a stake. Oh, he's good. He's alive.
Take it slow.
Just a flesh wound.
They sure did a number on you.
God, of course that's what he looks like.
They're here. They found us. Before I knew it hit me, I had a stake in my heart. I've never seen anything like it. These mortals unafraid of us.
Shh, gentle.
You shouldn't be here. You should be at the Institute.
Shut up.
Calm down. What happened here?
The mortals who are here, it's the Second Inquisition.
What makes you say that? Are you sure?
Yes, there's even a man of the cloth in charge of them. Monsignor Stanford.
They are for real Catholic
they mowed us
feds.
down like so many blades of grass. All of us.
So, they found us.
We have to go warn the others.
Wait. There might still be kindred here. We can't leave them behind.
This is insane. It's irresponsible.
The prince asked me to find Miley. But I need your help.
Miley? Well, now I understand. The prince
I feel like his voice is familiar.
Against my orders, and she sent you here. And you'd rather obey her? She's using you. There's no way I'll help. Ask her for help since you're here for her.
Great. Well, I've been doing really good at these confrontations, so what could possibly go wrong? Okay, so we can't use Halsey wants to talk to you. So that's great. I'm on a mission. He's afraid I'll turn my back on him. Oh, great. So I'm absolutely fucked. Let's have a look at my consumables. Can I not equip that? Okay. Okay, restoring 5 willpower could be good for me right now. Let's use one of those. However, I don't think I can do much more than that. Yeah, this is not looking good for me. Of course, his psychology points are way higher. What are you up to?
And what about you? What were you doing here?
Excuse me, I don't understand. I came to present my vessels to the Hartford envoy. They're part of the prince's agreement.
So you obey the prince too sometimes?
It wasn't an order. It was the crowning achievement of my years of research. Some things are beyond you.
God, he sucks.
It's obvious that Hazel is manipulating you.
She cares about me. I don't see why it's an issue.
Does she care about you? Or about your premonitions?
Well, you certainly don't care about me. So what? Princes have sought glimpses of the future since forever. Boom.
That argument doesn't hold water. Hazel's not the first person to take an interest in our gifts. Princes have always sought glimpses of tomorrow to better rule their domains. Take Quentin King, for example.
Yes, I know. She wants to separate you from me, I'm sure of it.
Good for her.
What has she been telling you about me?
Okay, that's not an option. Okay. She said she trusted me, or she also said I should make my own. Halsey wants to talk to me. I don't know what's going on there. So... I don't know what that symbol means exactly. So... She said she trusted me?
Hazel told me that she trusted me.
You do well not to return the favor.
Why is that?
You don't release a patient from a Markovian institute to run a few errands.
You always see the bad in everything.
Your gifts can be particularly useful to her. Keep it in mind.
I mean, I know that I shouldn't trust Hazel, but I also don't trust you.
Well,
so...
You, particularly. Right, it's a good thing I keep my emergency kit at the Prince's apartments.
Why?
I'll give you a dose once we're back there. That should be enough to get you back to the Institute.
No. Well, I don't want to go back to the Institute. I do not want to be institutionalized, actually. But I don't think that he's going to take that very well, as tempted as I am to be like, I'll do whatever I want, or no fucking way. So I might just say I'll go back later and hope for the best.
I never promised that I wouldn't ever go back. But first, I need to finish what I came here to do.
That's not how it works. You can't just interrupt your treatment whenever you feel like it.
Richard! I'm fine.
Since I can't diagnose it, I'll take your word for it.
God, I hate you.
Hazel should have respected my instructions.
What do you mean?
She should have followed the treatment I prescribed for you, that's all. This issue is not over. I will have words with her. Let's get out of here.
You go ahead. I'll catch up with you.
Leysha, that's not what
You want me to trust you, but you don't trust me.
It's not that. I'm just worried about you.
Trophies.
Get going. The clock is ticking.
You can, at the very least, let me help you. Here, with this, you should be able to temporarily impersonate anyone.
I'm assuming it's blood, but... What? Trait gained elusive. What have I got? The decoction that Dr. Richard Dunham gave Leysha has caused a previously unknown power to develop in her. Temporarily grants the doppelganger power from the obfuscate discipline. I am hungry and suspicious. Great.
I'll find Miley and catch up to you, okay?
She was with me when they attacked us.
She was?
Yes, she was injured, but she managed to escape down the hallway.
I heard them capture her. I can still sense her. She's hurt. But she's still here.
Thank you. Come on, we don't have a minute to spare. Oh, and tell them they have the address of the Red Salon on Cellar Street.
We should expect a second attack there. I must inform the court. Be careful.
I'll be counting the minutes until you return to us.
I hope to never see you again.
With Richard's help, I'll be able to find Miley for Hazel.
Okay, well, that wasn't too bad. It's good to know that you don't necessarily need to use skills and disciplines to win a confrontation.
A reinforced container that locks from the outside. Not commonly used to store mortal bodies.
I think she's trying to say that they have these to store vampire bodies, despite the little...
A cigar. Barely smoked.
silly little
That's
thing
where it was
about it
stubbed
being
out.
locked from the outside. God, what a gorgeous shower. Rest in peace. Thought I saw something else on the floor there. No? Okay. Ooh, what do we got?
Kindred were toasting here.
In the bathroom? This open, like, if I was having people over, then this open floor shower bathroom situation would stress me out. Like, and this is a shutter, it's not even like a wall, so you could totally just... Wait, no, there isn't a toilet in here, is there? There's a sink and a bath and a shower. Where's the toilet? Huh. Also, the fact that the bath is kind of like a dip into the floor, I don't know how I feel about that, you know? I mean, do vampires need to go to the bathroom? Is that a thing that they do? I guess if they don't eat food, then they don't need to go to the bathroom, and then even though they don't drink water either, do they? They just drink blood. So, and the blood goes straight into their veins, so...
Sorry. Only special agents are allowed in this area.
Well...
Sorry. I'm busy.
I'm about to become a special agent, so... Screw you. I have to find a safe room.
I've never been on a scene with this much carnage.
Boom. It's me. I'm with the FBI. That's the little sash that says FBI is so funny to me. I don't know. I feel like the little sash is making me think that I'm like a Japanese schoolboy rather than an FBI agent. But like, I mean, she's slaying in this look. Like, it's hot. It's a good look for her. Hot vampire mom. I've never wanted anything more than I want to be a hot vampire mom, to be honest. I really need to drink someone's blood. Like, that's gotta... My hunger is not doing so good. I need a little sip, you know, just like as a treat. But I think I can cross any of these now. So... Is anyone available for sipping on? Just for a little sip? Just a little sip. No? Okay.
The attackers didn't come to talk.
A hot vampire that's dressed like a Fed. Yeah, but what's important is that she's not a Fed, right? That's what's important. Is that it's a disguise.
Here we go. I wonder what's hiding here.
Like, there are levels that I'm willing to sink to for the sake of being gay, and thirsty for MILFs, but thirsting over cops is not one of them.
Something to dip someone into. Must be for the kind.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have the time.
Okay. Jesus Christ, so rude. Sad.
S.A.D.
Yeah, I would also be sad if I was a
Same unit as the
Catholic
dead guy in the office.
federal cop.
They also suffered losses.
Oh.
This one's missing an arm.
Well, maybe that's the arm
The one I found in the bathroom, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
From the looks of their gear, they knew what they were getting into. It looks like armor.
If they got like stakes and crosses and shit in there. think it's extremely funny that they're called the SAD. Magnetic key. Increases your technology rating for 1. Security. Okay, I've got a couple of things there that could help.
Wow. Am I seeing this right? They're collecting us.
Ooh.
Bones. Probably a neonate. Dust. They didn't just kill neonates. I wonder who that was. Rotting flesh. That kindred had been embraced recently.
I can't take any of this stuff, can I? Because I'm supposed to take suspicious things.
Organs. Are they cutting us up into pieces?
Woof. Christ.
They showed no mercy. They burned both juice bags and kindred alike.
Juice bags? Is that what you call humans? Juice bags? That's hilarious, if so. This is giving me very... I don't know if it's just because I very recently played Spec Ops and then like spent ages editing footage from Spec Ops The Line for a video essay, but this is reminding me of Spec Ops The Line right now. The bodies. The burned bodies. Okay. What else do we got?
Don't touch those papers.
Shit. There are names on these files. I'd better get him out of here so I can take a look.
Don't bother with that. Those are Stanford's files.
It brings paperwork on a job like this?
Yes. So his novice can record whether they were captured or exterminated.
If they have intel on us, I have to find out what they know. His novice is busy, and...
Agent Olsen's got a lot to do. But he's handling it himself.
Insist.
I needed to see him anyway. I'll just take them to him.
Don't bother. He'll pick them up on the way to see Stanford.
Oh, I don't have... Oh, I might need to have a consumable to deal with my hunger right now. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've got... I can eliminate... It will increase my suspicion, but I think I've got to take this risk. And dominate. Let me take your place.
Go put away what's on the table.
Okay.
That's hot.
Finally. Now I can take a look at those files.
Read.
Targets. Numbered. With names.
Ho ho! Target 54 captured. BB type 5. Victor Chen. Male. Considerable physical strength, aggressiveness, severe dermatological damage. Danger level 7. Intervention protocol. Unknown biological risk. Anti-contamination protocol.
They even have a file on Richard.
BB type. Is that blood bond? Maybe? Weak physical strength, appears harmless, mostly telepathic. Danger level, significant research interest, capture intact if possible.
I think that's Dijon's child.
Oh, rest in peace. Executed. Imani. Oh yeah, I remember Dijon talking about Imani in the last episode. And then physical strength, high human mimicry, 4 to 5 danger. What, out of 10? Intervention protocol, immediate immobilization, isolation of personal belongings.
Oh, Miley. They haven't taken her yet.
What says captured? Miley Sellers, confirmed high physical resistance, immediate immobilization, isolation of personal belongings,
Jara, already evacuated. She's on the council, I think.
Danger level 8. Considerable physical strength, aggressiveness, severe dermatological damage. Unknown biological risk.
Oh, targets. Numbered.
Very interesting.
With names. No way I'm letting them keep that.
Alright.
They're collecting us, I can't believe it.
Okay, yeah, this is pretty... this is pretty mad. Alright. What's up we got around here?
Someone snipped a cigar here. Ugh, this thing reeks. Whoever smoked it must have left a trail of stink behind them.
Track. Okay, we'll track that in a sec. Let's have a...
They're collecting us, I can't believe it.
Around a bit more first.
Hey, you! Come give me a hand. We have specimens to move.
Here are the containers Richard told me about. Adrenaline. That only stimulates mortals.
Can I not take it?
Bingo. The files of everyone they're taking away.
LR3 taken from living room. Right. Okay. So a lot of these, where there were bodies, it was vampires that they have taken.
Which one is Miley in?
LR3. Alright, this is all pretty insane.
It's so pretty.
Yes, but do be careful, Pumpkin. More boxes. I sense something. It's coming from over there.
Mom! It's dangerous. I know it.
I'll come back. It's fine. I feel like that's going to be plot progression, so I don't want to progress the plot yet. I want to follow this trail and see what we got. What is this?
So what are you gonna tell us?
What? What is this? Okay. I have no idea what to do with that.
There is an extensive amount of debris that's
reveals
relatively
psychometry. Huh?
Unit 5, be careful. Target headed for the hallway.
Copy that. We...
Oh.
Unit 5, do you copy? Unit 3, go!
Oh, shit!
Base, target 49, immobilized. I repeat, target 49, immobilized at 048.
What could be in this briefcase?
It's the code for a body they must have picked up.
What, and the cigar?
It's the reference of the container that was here.
Trace.
Pinot Noir.
So...
I think I used to like this wine.
So I guess that we're supposed to figure out which case Miley is in somehow. I don't know if K-12 is her because of the cigar situation or not.
Go on. More hands on deck can't hurt.
So let's just go back and see. Okay, what are our objectives? Take Miley's coffin back to the princess. Yeah, but they mobilize multiple bullet wounds, significant physical degradation, limited different. I think I'm just gonna have to go into that room now. Maybe we talk to some of these guys.
Stanford was right. We brought down some high-value targets.
Yeah, I guess. Your clock is ticking down.
I'm really busy right now.
Oh, we got another. Oh, I'm too hungry. Gotta see if I can drink someone's blood, or if I've just completely run out of targets. I mean, I could kill someone, but that's not very good, is it? I feel like that would
so many bodies
quite significantly increase my suspicion. I might have to though, because I'm too hungry. I don't want to kill her. If I'm gonna kill someone, I'll kill a man. It's fine. Also, that guy from before was quite nice to me, so I don't really want to kill him. So I might just kill, even though he is a cop. So I might just kill the one from right back at the start, if I can figure out which way I came in here. Okay, I think it was through that door, wasn't it? If I'm gonna kill someone, I'm gonna kill a man. So true, bestie. I gotta live my authentic life, you know? Okay, buddy. It's time to die. Suspicion has an impact on the game's difficulty. The more it increases, the more skilled your opponents will be. Oh dear. Mortals will be on their guard, while vampires will question your judgment and respect for the masquerade. Suspicion is shared by all three of your characters. If it increases if you kill your prey during a hunt, or if you do not recover items that could put the masquerade at risk. Suspicion increase, the body will be found eventually. Yeah, this is not ideal for me, but it's done now. A trait updated, unreliable agent. I did, look, listen, I want all the clues. So, I did what I had to do.
Go on. The rest of your team is processing the balcony.
We're gonna go back out and look at that clue. However, it feels like this is the first proper scene that I've done with like everything that I did in the last stream kind of being a tutorial. So I feel like I'm getting used to the mechanics and the considerations that I have to make and stuff. So this has been good. I guess that wasn't
the guys
super
who did this had planned for
interesting.
everything. There was no way out.
Okay, so it was premeditated. So it was premeditated, and because it was like the feds, they've got the feds in to cover it up and everything. But what are they doing with the like they're storing the vampire bodies? What are they gonna do with them? What is that about? You know? Anyway, let's go in here.
Stop. You can't go in there. Monsignor's standing orders. No interruptions.
So Stanford is back there. But I just wanted to...
It's too dangerous, and you know it. If you've got something to give him, tell Olsen is novice. Suit yourself, but remember I warned you.
If I decide to go in there, I'd better be Olsen.
Right. And I have that doppelganger power. So, doppelganger allows you to steal the identity of a specific character. To do this, talk to them to gather information. However, ooh, okay, this is spicy. However, some conversation topics that allow this will only be available if you explore your environment. Alright, where's Olsen?
So, has forensics processed the bedrooms?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. They,
You think so? Isn't there anyone here that can inform me about anything? I've been asking for an hour. I must give Monsignor an update detailing how long this is going to take. Let's not keep him waiting then.
But the local police are very...
Just tell them Agent Olsen sent you. And we will see how high they are willing to jump.
Christ.
We still have bodies to evacuate and samples to recover.
Olsen. That's Monsignor Stanford's novice. I just had one quick question first.
Yes?
This guy's a peach. He knows that I'm a novice just like him. He's literally a priest, yeah. Love that. Psychology is probably not gonna work here. So let's dominate. Let's do it.
You know that I'm a novice.
Like yourself.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
You think that Monsignor would let me help him?
Absolutely not. It's clear that I'm the only person he trusts here.
He's touchy, apparently.
Okay. Okay, well, I could use a bunch of points right now and try and get this clue. Oh, that's risky, but let's try. I could help him first.
I was just thinking that it might be faster if I just went to tell Monsignor myself.
That's out of the question. He abhors being interrupted by anyone except myself.
But
I'll do it. I'm the only novice here.
No, I'm a novice.
Novice. So they have ranks.
It's for your own safety. Trust me. We know so very much, and still so very little about those we hunt.
Alright. Fuck it, let's try it. Come on. Come on, Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes.
And I'm guessing Monsignor Stanford's not the type you want to piss off, right?
Indeed. But it is that same unwavering attitude that will one day save us all. These monsters are a corruption, and only the incorruptible can defeat them.
Speak for yourself, monster. I guess.
He doesn't enjoy it. But it is his calling to purify the world.
And to think they say I'm special. All right, I'll let you get back to work.
Interesting.
Perfect.
This
Thanks,
is
Olsen.
very, very interesting. Oh, I need to eat again. Unfortunately, I do need to eat again.
What a massacre.
So, because stealing his identity is gonna make me hungry. So I'm gonna have to find someone to crunch on.
I'm sure it was a question of cost.
Let's just make things a little bit worse, shall we? Trying to remember where some of the safe rooms are, where
There's so much blood sprayed everywhere.
Where I was munchy crunching on folks. Okay. It's just a wine cellar.
What could be in this briefcase?
Alright, buddy. Sorry about this. Yeah, I don't really feel that bad about this. I feel like later I'm going to feel worse about it, but, you know, I think considering that in this scene they're all cops, I don't feel too bad.
Hands on deck can't hurt.
Okay, that should be good to go. Fingers crossed. Let's have a look at my suspicion level. It's probably not doing good right now, is it? Let's see. Oh, it could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse. It's fine. That's interesting though. It just said that it makes it more difficult. It adds +1 difficulty to psychology and intimidation for me. All right, buddy. I'm stealing your identity. Trait gained. Foresighted. What that means. Traits. After years of being hospitalized, Leysha is slowly regaining command of her powers. While dusting off her camouflage ability, she was surprised to discover her almost innate mastery of the discipline. 20 minus 20 to the next experience cost for the obfuscate discipline. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go.
Mom!
Halsey, Mommy knows what she's doing. Go wait for me at the elevator. I'll be right there.
You took your time, my son. Oh, interesting. I would
never have imagined that one of you would have the gall to approach us so closely. I see you.
But
And yes, we have come to Boston. Your kind doesn't stand a chance. How do you think we found you tonight?
Oh shit is right.
In St. Leopold's name, we will find you all, to the very last.
Oh boy. Oh brother. Oh man. Oh shit. Okay. You met Great Inquisitor Stanford, you protected the sensitive documents, you shattered an illusion, you convinced Dr. Richard Dunham to help you, you heard the last words of Natasha, one of Dr. Richard Dunham's assistants. You removed 2 out of 3 suspicious items, residence... Oh. Excuse me? Thank you. Residence bonus aspect. You could have learned more during your conversation with Stanford. Shit. You could have protected the sensitive documents. Shit. You could have spoken with an eyewitness to the attack. You were burned by the true faith you neglected, Halsey. Aww. I didn't mean to. Aww, I'm a bad mom. I feel so bad. Marked by the faith, minus 10% success rate in a dominate tie. Shit. Foresighted, minus 23. Okay. Oh man. Okay. Okay, alright. I think looks is light, but I don't know what the rest of it was. Yeah, that's it. It seemed to be Latin. I would presume it is Latin if they are indeed Catholic feds. Sad Catholic feds.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you aren't already, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to know when we upload next.
On screen you can find this whole playlist for this Let's Play, and you can find a link to our latest video essay. If you like what you see, consider supporting us on Patreon. The link to our Patreon is in the description of every video.
Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take care.